my night.
And here we are, folks, this pivotal three-man match. Commissioner Dan already out of the ring.
You think you're funny, right? You think you can put yourself in a match with me? You haven't earned this yet.
Commissioner Dan
my butt off
able to work his way into this match
you put yourself in this match
via some rather unorthodox tactics.
You couldn't even be a competitor to put yourself in this match. This is just utter trash.
I don't think you understand what's going on here. I've been in charge of this.
Oh, wait, what do we have here? Tyler, on the top of the ladder. What a way to start this match off. And now this match officially underway. Shane casually tossed out of the ring by Tyler. And then he gets Daniel too. And he's the sole man left in the ring. We have a moment. Let's look at the tail of the tape. Daniel with a clear advantage in both height and weight as well as years wrestled professionally. We're all wondering, though, is he going to utilize that safety tonight from his masked heel bag of tricks? Tyler, on the other hand, by far the least experienced man in this match, but we've already seen him accomplish so much in a short time here. But don't forget about Shane, whose extensive repertoire of maneuvers is unmatched in professional wrestling. You add to that his complete disregard for human emotion or dignity, and Tyler's going to have his hands full tonight. And here we go, action spilling back into the ring now. And hurling him back through the middle ropes. A huge DDT there. And normally this might be a part where Tyler goes for the cover, and he does, but the referee reminds him there's no pinfall, submissions, disqualifications, countouts, any of that stuff. There's only one way to win. And there it is, folks. Tyler trying to retrieve that ladder right this second. Shane intervening, coming to the outside, and sending Tyler careening into the corner of that ladder. The unforgiving steel. What does Shane have in mind here? The ladder propped up against the side of the ring. Trying to suplex him into it. Tyler blocks it and slams Shane. The small of his back colliding with the rung of that ladder. Big chops there. Big overhand right. And Tyler on a rampage here. Sending Shane into that ladder. And what does he have in mind here? Daniel able to reverse. Sending Tyler. Oh my goodness! Irish whipped into the ladder, which ricochets back into Shane. And a huge spine buster by Daniel. Tyler reeling in pain, writhing on the mat. My word, the impact. And now Daniel sends Tyler to the outside of the ring, and he's the sole man left. Flies over the top and collides with nothing but steel. Shane able to get out of the way, and he scurries back into the ring. Shane tying him up from behind here, going for the German maybe, but Tyler gets one instead. A little bit of a release there. Cork to the side, as is his signature style. Both men down now. Daniel still very incapacitated on the outside after colliding with that ladder. A face buster there by Tyler. Tyler first back to his feet. Takes Shane over into the corner. Shane counters. A stiff right. A chop. Another right. Another right. Another chop. Another right. He's relentless. And a big boot in the corner. Shane knows. He's got the momentum now. On the top rope. This may backfire on him. And nobody home there. Tyler scurries back to the side, dodging that aerial attack. And a big kick there. Tyler flooring Shane with that huge kick. Both men back to their feet now. Shane able to take back the advantage here. Drops to the mat. Tyler flies over. Leapfrog by Shane. Clothesline missed by Tyler, and a big drop kick there by Shane. We've seen that from him so many times, and each one is crisper than the last. And now he seriously has this match firmly in control. Or so we thought. Tyler reverses, swinging neck breaker, right on the button. Tyler discards that elbow pad. And now he's going in for the kill, maybe. A big right hand, and another. A big forearm. Oh my gosh! Spinning roundhouse kick there by Shane. And we know that he can just unleash offense from any given moment, any given situation, no matter where he is, where his opponent is. Counters that running maneuver there. Ricochets off the ropes. And a huge splash. And Shane now goes for the pin.
You didn't see that!
And he might have forgotten himself that this is not a traditional triple threat match. While the no disqualification factor remains, there is only one way to win. And I don't have to remind you, it's to climb up that ladder and retrieve that. And we see Shane once again with his signature combination. And he knows just as well as all of us that that belt up there is what's most important. It's better than any kind of other accolade one can achieve in this company. And now, oh, Commissioner Dan finally recovers. Forearms to the head. And stomps, and meanwhile Tyler's in the ring. And he has ideas of his own. And something like that might be shunned, might not be looked upon favorably by a referee, but in a match like this, it's all legal. Commissioner Dan stomping the chair while it's coiled around Shane's leg, and Tyler right up at the top of the ladder, he's inches away. Commissioner Dan intervening. What is he gonna do here? Oh, Death Valley driver off the ladder. My goodness! And this would be a pinning situation here too. Commissioner Dan himself seems to have forgotten the stipulations of this match that we have found ourselves in. The one he weaseled his way into, as some might say. And he's climbing to the top of the ladder here. Tyler, forearm to the small of the back. Just as Shane able to roll in under the bottom rope. Excuse me, under the middle rope, and now Tyler. What does he have in his hand? It's the chair. Right to the back of Commissioner Dan. Anything goes. A backbreaker there by Shane. Huge forearm to the back of the head by Tyler. And he's the only man left standing. He repositions the ladder, hoping to get a more favorable. Oh, wait, no, wait. He's not even thinking right now about going for that belt. He's got other things in mind. He wants to end this rivalry with Shane once and for all. Vicious chops, blowing in the hand each time to warm up the palm. But Shane, able to reverse that. Got Tyler in the corner now. Kicks to both of his opponents. We know he can kick from any position at any moment. Positions Tyler in the corner. Irish whip, but it's reversed. And Shane collides head first with the ladder. All three men down. Tyler seems like he might be the first to his feet, but he flails back down onto the canvas. He's able to muster up enough strength to at least push Commissioner Dan out of the ring.
Yeah.
Commissioner Dan seems like he thinks he's got everything under control, repeating, yeah, to himself. And Tyler using the ladder as a weapon now, like a battering ram, right to the skull of Shane. Once again, it's just him. And now what is he doing? What on earth is he thinking? Go for the belt, man. Win the match. Get the gold. Shane now uses the ladder against him. Tyler hobbled. Shane hoists him onto his shoulders here. Samoan drop. Commissioner Dan back into the ring here. Irish whip of his own, but it's reversed. And oh my goodness! The skull colliding with the top of that aluminum ladder. Shane drags Tyler back in. Big suplex here. What has he got in mind? A big boot in the corner. The sole of that shoe colliding with Commissioner Dan's face. Shane's got the ladder on top of his shoulders. Sinister intentions. Oh my gosh. Wipes Tyler out with one fell swoop. And now he's got the ladder perfectly positioned. I dare say he's got this one in the bag. He's going to retain the belt. Positions the ladder. Points up at the gold. He's got, wait! Commissioner Dan anchors him. He holds his leg down. Tyler pulls him down. We're right back to square one here, people. The ladder precariously standing there, all three men around it, intertwined with it. Shane being stomped repeatedly there by Tyler. Commissioner Dan takes a right foot straight to the face. Another big kick by Tyler there. It's an onslaught here. 1-on-2.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
And the Tyler boot right to the face. Daniel clearly incapacitated. We missed something there. Tyler clearly unleashing more offense on Shane. The ball is in his court now. Irish whip to Shane into the corner. My goodness, people, the action is non-stop. Not a moment of reprieve. And now Tyler positioning the ladder in a... clearly not going for the belt. Or maybe he is, but it's in the wrong spot. Shane hot on his heels. A clubbing blow to the top of the skull there by Tyler. Oh my gosh, what do we have here? Oh my goodness. A big powerbomb by Shane from Tyler. And then a huge running knee to Daniel. Commissioner Dan is down. Tyler is down. And Shane trying to get that ladder set up just in the right spot. He's going up for the belt. A little bit off to the side, but I think he can still manage to wrangle it in. And wait, what is Daniel doing here? He's tipping the ladder. Oh my gosh. Shane over the top rope to the outside of the ring. Daniel once again the only one left remaining. Hurt on the outside. Shane hurt on the outside. And we got to see that again. Daniel coming in out of nowhere, sending Shane careening over that top rope. And here we have an alternate angle. Watch how Shane just completely vanishes. My God. And it's only Daniel left, and Tyler's back in. He scurries up the ladder. And Daniel manages to do a jawbreaker variation using the top of the ladder to his advantage. Just as Tyler almost steals this one. Commissioner Dan, from all his years of experience at management, knows a thing or two about using resources around him. But Tyler pulls him down off the ladder. Commissioner Dan goes for a big boot, gets a forearm for his trouble. 360! Discus lariat! And right now, they're both down, but Tyler's the first one back to his feet. Drops an elbow there. Commissioner Dan, incapacitated. Tyler crawls towards the ladder slowly but surely. Gets his hand on that bottom rung. Pulling himself up. Ascending the ladder toward the heavens. He's got a long way to go, but maybe he can stretch. Maybe he could possibly reach for that belt. But it's just out of reach. And oh no, what is he thinking here? Surely he's not. No! A frog splash! From the middle of the ladder. Shane back in now. And after unleashing that move, A few kicks to Commissioner Dan. A few well-placed strategic kicks, making sure both of his opponents are out of the equation for just a moment. Just enough window of time to perhaps climb. Climb, young man. Can he do it? No! Commissioner Dan rips him down, tearing away his dreams, pulling himself up the ladder. Oh, an RKO! Shane able to use his situation around him. And oh my God, there are not words to describe what we're seeing here, people. The action is non-stop. The tension, as high as it could possibly be. We're at a fever pitch here, people. Shane slamming Tyler's head into that ladder full speed. Oh my goodness, and what was that? A front face buster onto the edge of that ladder. And the Golden Globe goes to Tyler there. Smashing the Golden Globes of Shane down onto that unforgiving steel. You can hear him unable to even catch his breath. And Tyler knows that in this situation anything goes. Nothing is out of bounds, nothing is illegal. No holds barred, no disqualifications, no countouts. And right now he's discarding that ladder. And he just wants to fight now. And a big tornado DDT! One! Oh my goodness! And even I for a second thought he was gonna go for the pin. It seems everybody has made that mistake at some point in this match. It's so much like a traditional slobber knocker of an event. And a huge kick there by Shane! Sending Tyler to the outside, he's the only one remaining, but the ladder is nowhere to be found. Victory is right there for the taking. And there's just no way to get there. But it just seems so much like any match we've seen between these men, and it's easy to forget that there's one little extra wrinkle. And as Shane searches and searches, that right there is what he's looking for. But can he find it? Right now he's just laying a little bit of extra insurance on the man formerly known as the Masked Heel, Daniel, the Commissioner. He hurls Tyler back into the ring here. Carnage abounds everywhere you look. Mangled bodies. And a front face buster there. Shane has something in mind. Not going for the victory, but rather choosing to dish out punishment. Oh my goodness! And Commissioner Dan flings himself over the top rope. Shane beckoning him back to his feet. A huge super kick there. My goodness. Yet again, mangled bodies strewn about. Shane, the only man on his feet, dishing out big stomps. And the ladder once again brought back into play. Shane slides it in over the top rope into the center of the ring. Big knee. And right now we see a man who is nothing short of sadistic. What he's been going through lately. Oh my goodness. He lays Daniel down onto that ladder. And I assure you nothing good can come of this. Tyler finally on his feet on the outside, but woozy, to say the least. Shane going to the top rope here. He's managed to position Daniel down on that ladder. Oh my goodness, a frog splash! And a huge kick by Tyler! My word! Goodness gracious! Holy moly! Tyler now, the only one, on his feet. He brings Shane to a standing position. Could he be thinking of the finishing move here? And instead he discards Shane like expired food. Throws him out. Tyler bringing that ladder up. He's got it in position. It's set up dead center. Gold. Oh! And Shane tries to intervene, but to no avail. This time, though, he seems to have control. Rams Tyler face first into the steel. Brings him up into a standing position before shoving him back down into the corner. Kick to the face. Shane repositions the ladder this time. He begins the ascent. Forearm to the back by Tyler, though. And the kill switch. My goodness, the kill switch. That's gotta be the end for Shane. By the time he comes to, this match surely will have been over. Tyler may need to make sure that middle bracket is secure. And he does so. And he begins the ascent. Slowly but surely, rung by rung. Stomping down on Shane to ensure that he can't stop him from climbing to victory. And now Daniel, finally stirring. A double axe handle off the top by Tyler, and it leaves the ladder wide open. Tyler uses it as a weapon there. Goes for a big kick, but Shane blocks it. And Shane's got it in. And the sharpshooter evolves into the Dragon Sleeper. Commissioner Dan on top of it. And a DDT out of it. Shane was tapping for dear life, but to no avail. Because there is no pinfall, there is no submission, there is no DQ, there is no count out. There is nothing except that championship belt up high. And the first man who can climb the ladder, that steel ladder there, will achieve victory. And now, speaking of steel, there is the steel chair. Commissioner Dan with bad intentions here. And we see the band around his left wrist as he smashes that chair into the ladder and into Tyler, reverberating through every bone in his body. We know Commissioner Dan wears that band around his wrist as a buffer because his ultimate mic skills cannot be duplicated, cannot be imitated. But in the ring, they're nothing but hindrance. His shit talk is legendary. Oh my gosh! Off the top rope, the big heel kick.
Oh God! Oh!
Now Shane with a Dragon Sleeper of his own. Oh! Oh my goodness. Quite a big finisher there. In some men's books, but for this man, what might be a finishing move for another is just a simple extra move in the arsenal. A throwaway move. Oh, and Tyler interfering with the top rope there as Shane goes up to the high rent district. Tyler rolls in here. He's trying to get the ladder, but it's of no use to him with two men just laying idly in the ring. They could come to at any moment. Oh, Tyler using that steel chair against the leg now. He discards that chair. retrieves the ladder, hoping to climb that mountain and achieve the gold. It's there for the taking. All he has to do is get to it. Using the ladder now as a weapon. Battering ram style. Oh my gosh! Smashing it sideways in a lateral position against the forehead of Shane. And Tyler knows. Oh no, what does he have in mind here? Oh, he slams the ladder down over the top rope to the outside. And Tyler, oh no. Surely he's not thinking. He can't do this. He can't do this. Damn it. No. How dare he? Tyler's crossed the line here. Good God Almighty. Commissioner Dan. On one knee now. Perhaps he's back. And he's able to block that maneuver by Tyler. Colliding with the skull as that steel. And now, there's no one standing between him and the gold. Commissioner Dan! Holy moly, he's gonna take the title. He's gonna steal it right here in front of us, right before our eyes. Here he is. Inches away now. My goodness, he's gonna get it. But no, here's Tyler. And now here's Shane. And you know both of these men want nothing more than to take this title for themselves, but beyond that, they don't want that man, Commissioner Dan, to take it for himself. And a tornado DDT. We've never seen that before from Commissioner Dan. He's taken a move out of Tyler's arsenal here. And speaking of which, Tyler crawls underneath the ladder. 7 years of bad luck, but it's worth it for just one chance, for just one opportunity. And what is Commissioner Dan setting up here? A tree of woe style position, but in the ladder. Oh my gosh! A series of vicious kicks here, but Shane, positioned in the corner, he has something in mind. A big flying forearm! Big shots to the back there by Shane. Tyler tied up like a pretzel within the ladder. Oh my goodness! And just as Shane climbs up, Daniel propels himself over and clotheslines him. And suddenly he's the last man standing. He sets the ladder back up, secures it, and then just inexplicably breaks it back down and sets it vertically in the corner. And nobody home there. Tyler barely manages to get out of the way. And Commissioner Dan takes the full brunt of that force. Thrown out of the ring there by Tyler. He sets the ladder back up here in the middle of the ring. And Shane and Tyler here. An exchange of fists, an exchange of kicks, forearms, you name it. Everything but the kitchen sink being exchanged between these two men. Shane, no, going for his combination here, but And a huge STO here by Tyler. And he crawls for dear life. Grasping onto that ladder. Trying to will himself up. Shane still trying, edging nearer with each passing moment, but Tyler only inches away now. Springs behind him. Throws Shane into the ladder. Off the rebound. Brainbuster. Once again, it's just Tyler. He's managed to incapacitate Shane, seemingly to the point of no return. But we've seen more amazing things happen before. Can he get to the top? Can he secure the belt? It seems like no one else is there to stop him at this point. And it's just Tyler. And he's got it. He's got the belt. And after an epic conflict, 3 men all vying for that same belt, Tyler able to finally bring it back and put it around his waist. And Tyler victorious, climbing the ladder, showing off that belt that he knows was rightfully his all along, taken away from him by a cruel twist of fate and won back through an epic struggle. Inches away now. Springs behind him. Throws Shane into the ladder. Off the rebound. Brainbuster. And it's just Tyler. And he's got it. He's got the belt. Fighting past 2 men who he knows so well. And finally he's able to bring that belt back home. Put it around his waist and take it back to his hometown with pride.